Hey guys, it's me, Miss Norris, and today, in honor of Women's History Month, I'd like to share the story of an amazing woman named Audrey Hepburn. In the story Little People, Big Dreams, Audrey Hepburn, we hear the story of Audrey Hepburn. This story was written in 2017 by Isabel Sanchez Vegara and illustrated by Amaia Arrazola, and it tells the story of Audrey Hepburn and her amazing life. If you're ready to hear the story, I'm ready to share it with you. Here we go. Little People, Big Dreams, Audrey Hepburn. Little Audrey lived in a town called Arnhem in the Netherlands. She dreamed of what she would do when she grew up. Would she become a ballerina or maybe an actress? But one day, on her way to ballet class, Audrey saw soldiers on the streets. War had broken out. She watched many families being sent away from their home, including children just like her. So, where Audrey Hepburn was living, war broke out, and she was seeing children being separated from their families, and she was worried about it. It was a hard time for Audrey and all the other children. There was very little food, and they were very often hungry. Audrey became ill. So, even though she didn't get separated from her family, there wasn't a lot of supplies around, and Audrey got sick. At last, the fighting ended, and Audrey moved to London to study dance. Her teacher said she was too weak from the war to become a ballerina. But Audrey didn't give up. She decided to act and dance in musicals instead. So you can see Audrey singing and dancing because her teacher told her she wasn't strong enough to be a ballerina. Before long, she was making her first Hollywood film, driving around Rome with the famous actor Gregory Peck. So those musicals gave her some exposure and people saw her and she started to become a movie star. Every role she played was different from the one before. One day she was a nun and the next a princess. Audrey Hepburn was in many different roles, playing many different things. She had a simple rule for life. Dance as though no one is watching, sing as though no one can hear you, live as though heaven is on earth. So she just wanted to live a good life and sing and dance. She also liked to spend time alone in her apartment. Every day at breakfast, she read letters from her fans. She was loved by millions of people around the world. So she didn't get too famous to read her own mail. Audrey won award after award, but she worried that she didn't deserve them. While she was a Hollywood star who seemed to have everything, so she's winning awards, but I don't know if I deserve this. She never forgot that there were children in the world who were hungry, just like she had been. So even when she's coming out of a fancy party or an award show, she remembers being hungry like when she was a kid. One day, a charity offered her a new role. They asked her to become their official ambassador and visit children all over the world. So, Audrey traveled to India and to Africa. Wherever she went, Audrey tried to make every child happy. She helped raise money to provide children with water, food, and medicine. So she is remembering what it was like to be hungry and have hard times, and she's helping other kids not to have to feel that way. Excuse me. Audrey spent the rest of her life helping people across the globe, and that made her happier than acting or dancing ever had. So she and her kitty helping people around the world, and it made her happier than anything else. And that's the end. Here's some real pictures of the real life Audrey Hepburn in 1946, in 1950 as a ballerina, in 1956 more dancing, and in 1991 as a humanitarian who visited people around the world trying to help them. The end. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you really enjoyed the story, Little People, Big Dreams, all about Audrey Hepburn. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button at the bottom of the page. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. If you're not a subscriber yet, please click that subscribe button down at the bottom of the page, and don't forget to click the bell so that you're notified when there's new content. I'd like to say a big thank you to the entire Howie family for loaning me a wonderful collection of books that I get to share with you, my YouTube viewers, and I hope to see you all again real soon. Bye-bye.